So Jupiter is about to enter into Taurus according to Vedic, sidereal, and of course the visible sky, which is what I follow the most. But with this transit happening, I am seeing, especially if you have not felt like you've been experiencing life as much as you could have, I'm seeing expansion in that area from now up until 2025. So let's get into it. Welcome everybody, my name is Kelitasahliah if you are new, and I share my perspective of our realm that we share together collectively. I am a mother, a real angel, and I do also dabble in crypto, so do make sure you check out my Crypto Angles podcast where I combine astrology of the sky with the crypto market because X marks the motherfucking spot. But anyway, as I said before, I follow the visible sky, so the sun, moon and stars that we see every single day unless it's cloudy on purpose. That's what I follow because that's where astrology is happening. If you look into it, you will see that mainstream tropical Western astrology is not in alignment with the sky. And if they're interpreting the sky, what is that? Because it's different times. But that's a rabbit hole for you to go down. If you are here, then welcome. You are part of the percentage that are seeing. You know, there is more information down below on why I choose to use the sky. It just makes a bit more logical sense to me instead of just listening to what we've been told. But anyway, let's get into this transit. Jupiter moving into Taurus and why I feel it's quite a potent one. It's quite a potent one. And we're just going to start. All my socials, by the way, are Kelitasahliah. TikTok just has an 8 at the end. And a transit calendar is available and it's buy one get one free. So as you can probably see in the background, this is the transit calendar. It's in full alignment with the visible sky. If you don't know the symbology, you can learn it all. You can learn it all at the back. It's all there, and it goes from April to March 2025 as we follow the full I'm dropping everything as we follow the full zodiac year. So we start in Pisces and end in Pisces according to nature and the visible sky above our head. But let's get into this full transit and why I feel it's important in our sky, our story. But Jupiter, let's just take a look at the symbology of Jupiter alone before we get into it more. So the symbol of Jupiter, just take a look at Jupiter. What numbers do you see in the Jupiter sign, just to get a holistic view of the energies that it comes with? We have a 2 and a 4. So the Jupiter energies, it's literally a 2 and a 4 combined, has the energies of number 2 and number 4 in it as well. So number 2, we're getting duality. We're getting duality and we're getting contrast within the material. In order for anything to exist in the material, we need the contrast, we need the duality. So this is the 2 energy. So this tells me generally when it comes to the Jupiter element, there's a big impact within the material. It's expanding on this contrast and duality. Also, Jupiter has been associated with the planet of luck, good luck and things of that nature. From my perspective, I don't see it that way. I just see Jupiter as expansion. So all Jupiter does is expand. It's not biased in any way. It doesn't really give a shit. It's just expanding, and that's all it does. So it can expand you in a downward spiral, or it could expand you in an upward spiral in and out, up and down. Can you see that? I need to choose a different pen. But that's what Jupiter does. So it's this expansion within our physical reality where contrast and duality exists. So it's like it does play a big role in the material with the expansion that it does, which will be noticeable within the material reality as well. But of course, we're also getting the 4. We're getting the 4 energy, and the 4 represents law, order, structure, and time. Law, order, structure, and time. So it's like time as well being the 4th dimension. I'm going to do a little video about dimensions as well, so check that out when it comes out. But being time be representing time. The fourth dimension is time. So this 4 energy plays a lot of importance when it comes to how you're spending your time, and within spending that time, law and order is needed, structure, discipline, and things of that nature. So with the combination of the 2 numbers giving us that 2 and 4, when it comes to Jupiter, the luminary of expansion, we're getting this expansion when it comes to law and order in the time that you're living right now, the consistency, the discipline. And this consistency and discipline can bring about a lot of wealth, because there's leadership in there, there's business skills in there, and things of that nature. So it's like we're getting Jupiter. I feel that's why it's also linked to planet of luck, because it naturally expands in the area where, as long as you're putting in the discipline, structure, leadership skills within your time, that is contrasted in duality, there's a contrast present, it can naturally just expand, like just naturally just expand that. So if you're on that level, it will expand. No matter where you are, it's basically going to expand. But when it comes to this lucky element, if you are on that direction of leadership, putting in the work, putting in the consistency, you will be naturally expanded in that. And also, I feel, just as I'm saying this, I feel this expansion may come to full fruition once you've experienced the contrast of the 2 energy. That contrast of the 2 energy may feed into the 4 of creating that discipline, structure, and leadership, because you've experienced one side of duality and you've experienced the other. That only then, really, having experienced both and the contrast, that's when you can put in more discipline and structure and time into the direction you're ready to lead and go in, which ultimately, synchronizing it all together, will create expansion. So that is Jupiter. It expands, it's getting ready to expand, to make you known in that area, and it's transiting from Aries into Taurus. So basically, we were operating through expansion of our first house, through expansion of new, fresh ideas, new passionate ideas, and putting ourselves out there that way. Even if that's potentially changing, because it is first house, it could have been changing your appearance, working on that, how people perceive you, what you do, everything first house we were putting out there. Like, for example, whilst Jupiter has been in Aries, I have front house, I've made it more known that this is what I talk about now. There's other elements that will still be coming back, especially if you've been watching my videos for a long time, where I spoke about religion and there's other type of things. Being an ex-Christian, I am going to go back into some of them things. As I mentioned, I'm going to do a video on dimensions, so pay attention to that. But I made myself known when it came to 2 particular videos, giving energy updates when it comes to the astrology of the sky, and also linking astrology to cryptocurrency on my Crypto Angles podcast. So I put that out there, front house, and that's what it was made known, you know. I can't say it was like super massive expansion and just like I'm just getting so much views and subscribers, because I'm not there yet. However, I was definitely putting myself out there as this is who I am type of vibes. So pay attention. How have you been for the past year and a bit whilst it's been in Aries? How have you felt expanded in any way? Front house, how people truly see you and what you're doing. But that's basically shifting into Taurus. And this is why I feel it's so important because this Taurus energy basically represents the toroidal field. Okay, so that essentially is what Taurus is. It's the toroidal field of our entire existence. We get this Aries energy of this flame and this passion of like, this is what I want to do, this excitement, being the first fire sign, and then we once we then know and act upon this fresh, exciting passion, we then enter Taurus, which is the toroidal field. It represents our physical reality, which is our six senses: sight, taste, touch, hearing, smell, as well as your intuition. So it's all of the senses basically, and our toroidal field is our, you know, you can call it as your aura. It's the energy field that surrounds our body, which attracts experiences into your reality. So that is Taurus. So when I said at the beginning of this year, especially if you've felt like you haven't been, you know, you feel fresh, like I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to do that, and even potentially show that first house. You've probably stated first house what you'd like to do, and people know that's what you'd like to do. Now it's entering your motherfucking toroidal field. Now you will begin to attract all of that into your life, okay? And it's happening now. Jupiter will be in Taurus until July of 2025. So I'm generally seeing this year, from this point on, you will be entering into new experiences into your physical reality. Your six senses will be experiencing new experiences, and these experiences that you experience, that is attracted to your toroidal field and is expanded, I feel will be setting the tone for what you're going to continue to attract until it enters back into Pisces, which is, oh gosh, I don't know when it is. Is it 20? Oh, when is it? Until 2034. Until 2034. So it's setting quite a large tone here of what you're going to begin to attract into your toroidal field when it comes to what you're ready to interact with in your physical reality. Taurus, being fueled by Venus, it's all about what you find valuable in your material reality, which makes you want to use your senses to interact with that said thing. So it covers all things material. It does cover love and money as well. Taurus does fuel the second house. So again, that's big on money and love. Confirmation burp. So when it comes to money and love as well, I am seeing expansion. Now, going back to the little spirals that I drew, expansion, as I said, can happen in either way, either or. So do keep that in mind. Do keep that in mind. Check out my Universal 8 year, because I mentioned we are in 2024 Universal 8 year. It's important to maintain that balance. It really is important to maintain that balance in order for the expansion to be more of a benefit to you. Like, for example, you may be caught up in money, but you could be expanded in losing money or gaining money. You may be caught up in love, but you could be expanded in getting this most amazing, wonderful love, whoever you love. Or it could be the opposite, where you're expanded in just not the best love relationships, and it could be even more intense because it's expanded. So do keep that in mind. But I am seeing, when it comes to Jupiter and literally just interacting with our hologram and our personal experiences here, I'm seeing we are going to be expanded in that area. And ultimately what we are going to interact with when it comes to Jupiter expanding is entering into our toroidal field. So I'd say, if you don't want that certain thing, don't entertain it. Entertain what you would like in your toroidal field. But I'm seeing amplification. I am seeing amplification more than so. That's what I'm seeing. I am going to just a short one really, but I'm seeing a lot of amplification happening. I'm gonna do tarot. I keep hearing sounds. I'm gonna do some tarot and I just saw the magician. So some magic happening there. But let's ring the little bell and we get into the tarot to clarify the energies of Jupiter. Deep breath with me. and exhale. I love the sound of that in my ears. So just clarify for the collective for me, Mr. Tarot cards, what energy is coming. One fell out, but I just picked it back up, but it was the moon in reverse, so I may just take that, the moon in reverse. So we're not really gonna be delusional or all in our feelings about this expansion, which is good. Can you bring anything out of this Jupiter being in Taurus for the collective, and what is this bringing for us? Oh, not delusion, but maybe a little bit of heartache. So be careful what you're attracting to yourself. Okay, you're not going to be delusional, but there may be a bit of heartache with the Three of Swords right there. Can you clarify this Three of Swords energy? I feel because we're entering into a new toroidal field, I always say take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So it's kind of like what you need to get rid of that you don't want in your toroidal field may be a heartache when you get rid of it. We're getting the Eight of Cups as well. Can we clarify that Eight of Cups energy? Oh, clarify perfectly, please. Clarify perfectly. We do have the Ace of Swords. We do have the Ace of Swords. So even though there may be a heartbreak or something, we're definitely cutting through and seeing things clearly. We're cutting through and seeing things clearly, and we're not in a delusional state. And we've got the Ten of Wands. Last clarity card, please. Oh, this one fell out. The Fool. The Fool. I think that's enough there. We'll just get the book just to make sure we're clarifying everything. And the bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. So with this Jupiter in Taurus energy, in this transit, heartbreak may come. We've got broken heart, discovering a painful truth, feeling let down, betrayal, hurting someone else, fear of losing, and feeling alone. And I'm generally feeling that this may be possibly, I can't really put a time on it, but probably at the beginning, or once you recognize what you want to attract and what you do not. This could be something where you may be expanded a bit more in the opposite direction to help you see, to get you out of it. However, we do have the Ace of Swords, which is clarity, honesty, objectivity, resolving a problem, facing facts, knowing the way forward, cutting through illusions, and analyzing your motives. So it's like possibly from this heartache you are gaining clarity, resolving. It could be something that could be resolved within this. So yeah, it could be something that could be resolved, what's just being expanded, and bear in mind, because it is in Taurus, which is about love and money, it's about love and money. So love may be quite potent at this time. You may be fully expanded in it. There could be some heartbreak at some point. However, I'm seeing that it could be resolved. This potential heartbreak that's to do with sensual pleasures, love, etc. could well be resolved, and you know how to move forward, because it's about a toroidal field. So if something didn't sit right, that heartbreak, you then know how to move forward, and you can cut through any illusions with that as well. We have to the Ten of Wands. So we've got the Ten of Wands. We may be working a shit ton. We may be working a shit ton at this point. And as I said, because Jupiter expands, especially if you are, you know, you're focused on your career, your direction, your job, whatever, your business, products, We may enter into a time of just working a shit ton, where it's just like, damn, I'm doing a lot of work. Might feel a bit overloaded, overworked. And again, that's that expansion coming through there. That's that expansion. We then have this 8 of Cups, which is moving on, exploring a new lifestyle, leaving behind a difficult situation, trying to find a deeper meaning, search for inner wisdom. So this, I feel, just sits hand in hand with this heartbreak. It sits hand in hand with this heartbreak, which you may just need to leave behind, but you're moving on. So whatever this heartbreak is, however it comes through, you're definitely going to work through it, cut through the illusions. Cut through the illusions, but ultimately you're going to be moving on, whether this is working it out and moving on, or getting rid of them and moving on. But because it's just love and money, it's like, whoa. Basically, during this time, if a situation does come in with love and you do feel heartbroken, you'll walk away and be fine, or you'll work it out and be fine, but you'll be moving away on from that situation and a possible painful truth coming in. If it's something where you are gonna just leave it behind, cut through the illusions, you will be moving into a new lifestyle anyway. Again, toroidal field, the toroidal field, you're picking it up. So you're definitely ready for something new. And even if it's with this thing or person that could possibly cause heartache, you're moving into something new with them or with yourself. And of course we do have the Fool, which confirms that you're ready for a new journey, along with the 8 of Cups, exploring something new after cutting through the illusions. We have as well the Moon in reverse. So you will not be delusional. You will not be all up in your feelings. You'll see things for how they are. So the Moon represents fear, self-deceit, warning, illusions, trickery, love affair, blind to the truth, unrealistic dreams, feeling lost, worried, apprehensive, but trusting your instincts and intuition. But it's in reverse. So you do not have unrealistic dreams. You do not have a trickery love affair, and you're not in illusions and fear and self-deceit. Okay? You're not in that, which I feel even more so. This potential heartbreak that could come up during this time, you could work through it. And in working through it, you're not going to be illusional about it, and you can either move on with them or without them. But ultimately, you're not going to be, it's not a trick. That's what I'm getting. I feel we're generally entering a new toroidal field anyway. As I've been saying, we're ready for the Fool's journey. We are ready for that. I feel this new journey and what we're attracting to our toroidal field will bring a lot of work. It will bring a lot of work, where you may feel a bit overwhelmed at some point. That's that expansion. But ultimately, there's a new journey. There is a new journey, and I do feel love may play a role. And something may be painful at first. And it may not be that person. They may go away and it could be someone new. Or this person, after finding out a painful truth, you work through it. And you move on, and you're ready to experience something new. Okay? So you will be experiencing something new. You will be. So that's what I'm generally seeing anyway. This Jupiter entering into Taurus, I feel it's just going to bring about new experiences to you. This new experience, you may need to get over this heartache. You may need to get over this heartache. The new experience may bring a shit ton of work as well. But ultimately, you're expanding in your toroidal field to attract new experiences within the physical hologram. So maintain the balance is what I'd say. Definitely maintain the balance, and trust yourself. But a new journey is en route. Do make sure, if you haven't already, or it's not out yet, do make sure you check out Luminaries Support You, which will be available on the 1st of May, where we synchronize all of the luminaries together with the whole month. Will be available on YouTube for 48 hours and then on Patreon after that. It's donation based, so it's super cheap. Every tier is the same. You just choose what you'd like to donate, because I feel this goes in a lot of alignment with what I've just done for that video, of entering into this new toroidal field, ready for this new journey. So do check that out. If you did like this video and how I described any of this, do give your girl a thumbs up, like the video, help your girl out. But that's basically what I'm seeing with Jupiter entering into Taurus. A lot of people may begin to experience life a bit more a bit more, because we're going to be expanded in that. You may want that deeper desire to just experience more of life, tap into your senses and things of that nature, and on the deeper level, knowing what you want to attract into your toroidal field, which will set off the tone until 2034 until 2034, before we're ready to attract new experiences into where we will expand even more. So yeah, with that being said, I feel I'll leave it there. Do let me know if you like this short, quick, snappy, just detailed look at Jupiter. We're going to jump into Uranus soon, as that will be entering into Taurus as well. So with that being said, catch me wherever you catch me, and I'll see you in the next video.